When I was a kid, my favorite game developer of all time was a little known company called Bungie. Now, after the success of one of the most well-known gaming franchises of all time, they moved on. They wanted to make Destiny, then they made Destiny 2, and you know, if you've been around the gaming sphere for a while now, you would sort of know how that ended up.
Guardian down.
Now fast forward to 2026 and Bungie want to move on to their next big thing. And what is it, you might ask? Well, it's a hero-based sci-fi extraction shooter that they've based off some old franchise in the 90s that apparently people still care about. What could go wrong? Now, before the release of Marathon, I wanted to record the intro to this video now, and then after the game comes out and I put a bunch of hours into it, I'd give you my honest opinion of my before and after. So now I'm going to share how I feel, and then after I'm done playing, I'll come back, I'll tell you how I feel. Now, I know there was a few hiccups, the game was delayed, there was an issue with stolen assets, which was resolved apparently, but either way, Bungie has always got this like magnet which draws drama to them, which doesn't help given how rough Destiny's going at the moment. Now, Marathon isn't even out yet and it's already fought all these battles, and I'm really hoping that this makes the game a little more resilient. So after all this time in the kitchen, I'm really hoping the developers have cooked on this one, and I really hope this game isn't just another shitty extraction shooter that's just gonna be, you know, gone with the wind. It's gonna be like a little fart in a fucking tornado, mate. You're not gonna be able to smell it, you're not gonna be able to hear it, you're not gonna be able to know it's there. And that's pretty much what gaming feels like at the moment. But this game, I really hope can stand out because I really like Bungie and I really hope they can do a good job. So with all that being said, I'm gonna throw to my future self. Hello, it's me again. It's been 2 weeks, I played a shit ton of Marathon, and it's finally time to talk about it. Marathon is a game that perfectly encapsulates the perfect Bungie feeling, which is just amazing gameplay, awesome lore and aesthetics, and just an overall strong uniqueness. Releasing an extraction shooter in 2026 is already a pretty brave move, but I genuinely think that Bungie has found the perfect middle ground between like the hardcore audience that really want to play PvP and the more casual audience that enjoy the PvE aspects of the game, which is still challenging. Now, is Marathon perfect? No. Personally, I've had quite a few issues with the economy and especially the storage, but Bungie have already announced that they're working on those things. They've already implemented changes as I'm recording this part of the video, so that's pretty impressive, and it's something that like they couldn't get right for Destiny for like 10 years. Overall, these like two like minute issues that I had with the game don't really like impact the enjoyment I have when I'm playing in the moment, which is like when I'm actually in some of the maps. For the longest time, Bungie's done an amazing job making their games feel good. The animations, the guns, the gameplay, the sounds, and almost everything except their menu systems have always been perfect. And Marathon is no different here. The best moments that this game offers is when you're in a 3v3, you've got awesome PvP, no third parties, and it's just a full fight to see which team is really better. Oh, fuck. Oh! Now, one of the most interesting things about this game is its blend between like its hero shooter and extraction shooter. Bungie's opted to have a hero-based system called shells, each of which provide the player with unique abilities which are both passive and activatable. All up, there are 6 main shells, plus a Rook, which is basically like your scav character if you've played Tarkov before. I won't really get too much into it, but basically, if you just feel like having a casual run and you don't want to lose your loot, you run Rook. Out of the 6 shells, my favorite one is easily got to be Thief. Thief perfectly fits my playstyle, and my philosophy behind it is that you spend 85, maybe 90% of the time in an extraction shooter looting rather than fighting, so I'd much rather have the better looting shell rather than the better fighting shell sometimes. However, I do really like Assassin. I think Assassin is probably the best shell in the game. Triage is also really good, but Assassin is just the perfect amount of like invisibility, disengage, engage. He's got so much good stats, he's so good at reviving his teammates, he does everything really well, and he's obviously really good in solos. All up though, I really like all the kits that all these characters offer. I really think that they've got a good amount of uniqueness. I think their ability to synergize really well, but I also don't think they're powerful enough to fully dictate a fight like with one button. Like no one really has like a massive ultimate, which I really think is going to really change the fight, except for Assassin, which has a massive smoke cloud. And this might not give your team as much of an advantage as more of a disengage in order to, you know, slow the fight down. Now, I wanted to talk about the maps, but I really only have one comment, and that's fuck Diremarsh. So we're moving on. Now, one of the main things I wanted to talk about in relation to the Marathon is its community. It's honestly just so incredibly exhausting looking at the discourse around this game and just the forced hate this has on all social media platforms of all levels. Now, I know Bungie brings a lot of this with them, especially from the Destiny community, but Marathon isn't really the same thing. Similar to every other hobby in the entire world, if you don't enjoy doing it, just don't engage with it. People really fail to exercise their own free will, and they just don't realize that if they don't like something, instead of just whining about it, just do something else. The amount of time and energy that people have put into shitting on this game, whether or not they've even played it, it's just kind of sad. And I know that's kind of the reality of social media and gaming especially as a whole, but it's not that deep. Now, is this game perfect? No. Is this game annoying enough for me to go on social media and have a sook about it? No. Whether it's the player count, the bugs, the aesthetic, or anything else people want to nitpick with this game, it's just not worth it. Yes, Bungie did release an extraction shooter in 2026. That is a very bold move, and it's probably not what I would have done, but I'm not in a position to be making those decisions. I'm a consumer in this situation, so I will consume the game, and if I don't like it, I just won't play it anymore. Overall, Marathon is a really good game. It's definitely not a 10 out of 10, but I'm really interested to see how much shelf life this game really upholds, see how long they can keep updating the game and keeping it relevant, and if it's something they can really turn into a live service model that's, worth it in 5 years from now. If you are interested in Marathon, my advice would be to do your own research, decide whether the game is for you or not, figure out if you like extraction shooters or not, and then just give it a go. And if you don't like it, no harm, no foul. As always, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please check out my other channels, check out my other videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.